across our country, and then she, maybe in a short while, has to go home and she'll get herself a job someplace, who knows. But think about it, and she can look at the carnage, and she can look at all the people that have been killed. And you haven't seen anything yet, because they've just started. They're just getting comfortable in our country. These are very tough people. These criminals make our criminals look like nice people. And she let the more than 13,000 convicted illegal aliens, nobody would have let these people into our country. And remember, they came out of the worst prisons in the world, the meanest, nastiest prisons in the world. And when she says that she wouldn't do anything different, does that mean that she would have let 325,000 migrant children probably die, most of them, many of them, but at a minimum they're slaves or they're sex slaves, and they're all over the country? Does that mean that she wouldn't have changed that? Does that mean that she wouldn't have changed so many of the other things that led to so much death and destruction, and even financial destruction of our country itself? We could end up in a depression because of what she's left with us. They are the worst combination, president, vice president, in the history of our country. And I often say Jimmy Carter's a happy man because his administration, by comparison, was totally brilliant. It was brilliant. After Kamala endorsed defunding the police, she bailed out rioters, looters, and murderers, took them right out of jail during the violent crimes in the United States. Remember, that was in Minnesota. Minneapolis was burning down. It was burning to the ground. I watched the CNN announcer say, "This is a friendly group of people." And over his shoulder, the entire skyline was burning. I've never seen it, but that's the fake news. But violent crime in the United States is up 37%. All of these different crimes are up anywhere from 37 to 105% over a very short period of time. And it's almost like nobody even cares about it. Very simply, Kamala Harris is not fit to be your president. We can't have it happen. We can't have it happen.
Shalom Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to our mighty power Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations unto the legmen feeding the sheep of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel, man. That's coming out of our Bible. That's coming out of our Bible. And Babylon is getting everything that the scriptures speak of. Let's get this verse. We're going to go to the book of Ezekiel 38. And verse 11, right? It says, "And thou shalt say, I will go to the land of unwalled villages." Right? The land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest. Right? That dwell safely. All of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. Right? Because here we are in Babylon the Great. You got people coming from all over the world. They just traveling all through America. How the fuck you get all the way from Texas, right, California, all the way to New York, to Minnesota, Chicago, and we see what happened. They were busing people. They were giving them plane tickets to different states, right? It was a straight invasion, a set-up invasion. We call this a set-up invasion, right? Somebody told these people, man, look, man, there's opportunity for you in this country. Come on through. And what was being in the mix? A bunch of military motherfuckers from other countries, right? That's how you know this is a inside job. This is set up, right? This is set up by Esau Edom, man. By Esau Edom. And even Trump spoke about, man, they let all these people come in here. Who would let this happen? Yeah, only a person who's part of that invasion will let it happen, because what they trying to bring in that order out of chaos. Right? They want things to get out of control so they could send in their troops, so they could lock these cities down. Right? Keep you from traveling, and then put a chip in you. Put a chip in you, right? That's why Elon Musk is about to be in that man's cabinet and his administration to help bring in that RFID chip. Right? It says, and thou shalt say, I will go, Ezekiel 38, verse 11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, right? That are at rest, that dwell safely. All of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. Let me get this other verse right quick. This is also the land of the dead. Right, this is the land of the dead, the valley of dried bones, right? I'm going to read 1 Timothy 5 and 6. It says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, right? That's how America been living deliciously, right? Been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. And have made all the nations drink, right? And what the nations are angry, right? Right? These nations came here looking for a better opportunity, right? Looking for the American dream. And they came to find out, man, you ain't part of no American dream. That's for the Edomites. That's for the 1% of the Edomites, the rich Edomites. Right? And not even really, I ain't going to say the 1%, because the 1%, man, they live in different places. Them real rich motherfuckers, they ain't here in America. Right? That's for your upper class Edomites. Right? We got to put it different. When you got upper class, middle class, lower class, you got to deal with the Edomites first. And then our people fall in the other brackets underneath that, right? Because when they talking on the news, they talking to each other, right? These devils is trying to communicate to each other. They don't give a fuck about the slaves here in Babylon the Great, because they're being invaded by the people that they took over. Same people they took over, and that's the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. It says, what the fuck? Who the fuck are all these people? Right? Who the fuck are these people, right? There's a bunch of people in America, man. Don't nobody know where they came from. Nobody know their agenda. Right? Some of them you'll be finding out they got released from prisons, right? They were killers and murderers and rapists in their country and whatnot. They're here in Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great. Same thing with the Europeans, right? Who did they send to America, man, when the white boy took America over? It was your lowest of low, cracker. Right? It says, Europeans have viewed different places as the promised land. Throughout history, including America and the Middle East, and more recently, Europe itself, right? These devils in their mind, they think America was the promised land. Right? They in the land of Israel. They fighting for over the land of Israel. Right? Because this devil, he thinking, what with his inward thoughts, he about to continue forever. Right? He's about to fully take things over, but the Lord is not dealing with that plan. Let's go back to what's about to happen. Ezekiel 38 verse 11 says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates, to take spoil, and to take a prey, and to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, right? All these nations, where do they come to? America, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land, right? So the Lord's about to bring judgment on this land. That's why FEMA's set up these prisons. They done purchased guillotines, right? Extra bullets, right? Even the motherfucking government telling you prepare for all hell to fucking break loose. But these people are too stuck on stupid to realize what's about to happen. Their minds is in a haughty spirit. Motherfucker too busy taking a selfie picture, right? On the internet bragging, showing off their clothes, showing off their cars, showing off their lifestyles, to realize it's all coming to a fucking end. Yeah, it's coming to an end, right? It says pride comes before a fall, right? And that's America. It's the most prideful Babylon the Great have ever been. And look who you got running the show now. The chief prideful motherfucker of them all. DJT. DJT, right? And DJT is not going to MAGA, right? Make America great again. That's madness. That's madness. What's about to happen? Read the book of Daniel 7, verse 27. It says, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, right? And all dominions shall serve and obey him, right? When Yahushua come back, it's going to be a transfer of kingdoms. The Lord's about to take these motherfuckers' rulership, right? We go to the book of Revelation 19, verse 9. It says, and he said unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. And he said unto me, these are the true sayings of the Most High. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am a fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse. That's Yahushua. And he sat upon him was called faithful and true. And in righteousness he doth judge and make war. He's coming to make war against Donald Trump, against the leaders of these other nations. The Arab leader, the Arab king, the Arab prince, whatever motherfucker who think they in power, right? All these warlords in Africa and Central and South America, drug cartel, the Catholic Church, the Lord coming to make war. It says, and I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called faithful and true. In righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, right? And he had the name written that no man knew but himself, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High. And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, without white and clean, right? And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it should smite the nations. What the Lord coming to do? He coming to smite the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness of wrath of the Almighty. Right? That's what the spirit of, that's what the Lord coming to do. He coming to take these other nations down. One thing we know, these other nations got a lot of blood on their hand, right? It's been a lot of killing, especially Esau Edom, the bloodiest man of them all, right? Here he is in Babylon the Great, thinking he ain't gonna receive the judgment he got for what he done did to the Native Americans, to the Israelites, to everybody who done, look what he done did to his own people, right? It says in the book of Numbers 35 and 33, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. But by the blood of him that shed it. So what is the Lord coming to do? To cleanse this land with Edomite blood. And still, even after that, this land will still not be inhabited, right? It's going to be a memorial, a memorial of not how to be, Ezekiel 35 verse 1, it says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Right? They always wonder, why you always talking about the so-called white man? Why you always talking about the Edomites? And I'm reading again, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. We just read the spirit of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Right? And say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee what? Most desolate. The Lord about to lay this motherfucking Edomite down. It says, I will lay thy cities waste, right? And thou shalt be desolate, that thou shalt know that I am the Lord. And what's the main place the Lord gonna lay down? In Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great. It ain't gonna be inhabited again. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end, right? You talking about, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, and what did you do? You brought more hell on the slaves. And what else you do? You brought hell on the Native Americans. You took their land that they got oil over here. They got this over here. And we got to push them into reservations. Right? We see what you took the Northern Kingdom children and put them in cages and sent their families halfway across America, right? Separated families. And you're still doing it to this day because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood. Right? Edomite's going to have to leak. Edomite's going to be leaking. It says, and the blood shall pursue thee. So if thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. That is the future of Esau, Edom. Isaiah 19 verse 2, and it reads, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. I'm reading again, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And more than ever, you see this coming to pass. Right? This civil war, this race war, this class war. Right? These people, they're going to turn on each other, especially you've seen the middle class get cut out. Right? You've seen migrants invade America. Right? These people, they about to turn on each other. It says, I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Right? And all this violence is only lead up to what? The coming of our Lord. And yeah, because the Lord got them angels going around stirring up spirits on the earth. Right? Spirits are for slaughter, spirits for death, spirits of hunger. Right, spirits of pure tribulation. I'm reading again Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's why these devils who got money, who know what's happening, man, they getting the freak out of Dodge. They say they don't want no parts of what's coming. Right? It's them white boys who really believe that America belongs to them. They the ones who gonna stay here fighting for America, going around killing motherfuckers. Add more blood to the blood they already got in their hand, and the Lord gonna get them. The Lord gonna get them. 2nd Ezra 16 and 7, about to go down too. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Right? They're gonna be coming after you Bible believers, because the white boy, he a devil. He don't believe in no God. He believe in his gun. Right? He believe in his sword. He believe in his money, and he believe this is his land. And so he ready to defend his land from migrants, from Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And they ready to fuck up them soft booty white boys, right? that militia cracker, he against the Jew, he against a sodomite white boy, right? So these devils, they ready to purge. That's why they've been making the movies. Who's the main killers in the movie The Purge? Esau fucking Edom, right? It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Because the main target is really going to be who, man? They're going to come after the believers, the people who believe in the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Right? That's why, man, we've been saying you got to be an idiot trying to purchase land and building this society when the Bible tell you what's about to come down, man. It's going to be insurrections upon motherfuckers, invading people's spaces, right? Lights going to be cut off, right? Businesses going to close, and here you are trying, I'm not going to leave my house. This is my house. And you're going to die in that motherfucker too. It says, for there shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. And they shall be tried as gold in a fire, right? Because it's going to go down. The Lord going to see, a lot of you brothers, and it's true. That's when the Lord going to send the Spirit on you, man. Are you going to be like Daniel? Right? Or are you going to fold? Are you going to fold and take that chip? Really, it's about taking that chip. Right? These devils, it's either you take a chip or you die. They got that list. What list? Which part of the list you on? We already know what list we on. We on that motherfucking, get them red list. Right? And there's a lot of you people, you're going to bow down to the system because of what? Fear. Because of fear. But the Bible says, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. That's the only way to be saved out of this, is to what? And to endure. Shalom.